We went ahead and we started another round of incubators last night. I didn't film the process because I had a lot of help, and it was just such a precious moment for me to be able to teach a child how to experience that, then adding in the complications of trying to film it. So I figured I'd just kind of go over what we did after the fact because I just couldn't give up that sweet moment. Okay, to start with, we wanted to make sure we laid our eggs flat for a little bit before putting them in the incubator. Once they were in the incubator, we went ahead and we put the pointy end towards the inside. This is what the instructions recommend so that they don't get caught up when the egg turner is activated. While we had the eggs laying flat, we also had the incubator running with water inside to get the humidity and the heat correct. We started marking all of the eggs with X's and O's, X being the eggs from my neighbors and O's being the eggs from our flock. They request that you keep a humidity around 50%. Anywhere from 48 to 55% is acceptable, and so 61 is a little bit high. But it was kind of jumping around as the eggs were doing their thing. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer to figure itself out and just wait before I add any more water. You're also supposed to keep the air vent at 50% throughout the majority of the hatch. And we reset the display, or we reset the days to hatch back to 21. So we're all ready to go. One thing that I missed in all of the excitement last night was I like to candle the eggs before I put them in the incubator just to make sure everything's good on the inside. And we were so excited. So I didn't get to do that, but we will do that when we need to later in the process. We started the eggs in the incubator a while ago. They have 10 days left in their incubation cycle, so they're about halfway through. I haven't candled them yet, but I figured we'd do it for the first time, and I figured I'd take you along with me so you can see kind of what they look like as you're candling them. Oh, you can actually see this one moving around quite a bit. Baby chicks do not like how dark it is in here. This one you can hardly tell what's going on. There's definitely development. Oh, this one doesn't look nearly as developed as the rest of them. Dark going on. This one has some, but it's not nearly. I'm not gonna take any out until we're closer to day 17, because that might be something, but I'm definitely not thinking this one as developed as the rest of them. I'll give you guys a quick update on how the current chicks are doing. What you guys gotta see? We took out the big feeder that we had in here for them and just put a regular bowl in because they kept trying to roost on the feeder and then getting droppings in it. So we took that out. We're working on figuring out how to get a roost in here for them. My dad and I had built one a couple of years ago, and I don't know where it is now. So we have to get another one built for them so they can be a little bit more comfortable. But they're doing really, really great. Right now, Kenzie is outside. She's washing up a second brooder, which I'm going to get all of this stuff out of here. I'm going to put the second brooder in here. And then once they're done incubating, we can actually use this dog crate and get that cleaned out, because that's what I used to start transitioning the older chicks to outside and the older chickens. So we're gonna wait till this batch is done and then we'll be able to do that. So I just candled all of the eggs that are in here, and I remembered to take the turner out. And 6 of the eggs that were in here just weren't developing. I'll show you kind of what they all kind of look very similar. This is kind of what they look like. They have some darkness in them, like they're not even veiny. So I don't know if these ones just weren't fertilized or what was going on. But it's just on its side. Like, this one's hard to tell, but there's not a fully developed. I candled them quickly and then recandled them. See how it's dark on one side and not on the other? Just to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing and I had 6 eggs that I had 6 of the eggs that weren't developing correctly, and then the rest of them were. We originally started with 22. So I just filled up the second tray with water. I took the little plug out for slot B that you're supposed to do on lockdown, and filled it up with water. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. And I also opened up this gray vent to all the way open instead of halfway open. I don't see the humidity getting to the point that I want, but I literally just did that. So we're gonna give it a second. So yeah, all over again. Really excited for some new baby chicks. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll keep you informed as these new babies come out.